Alright, this is going to be a video review of the new Smartlink camera. This is the camera. It's on eBay now. I've been watching this camera for a while, kind of waiting for it to go down in price. For a long time it was like $110 and then $89, and now it's actually $49, so I got one. Yeah, it's on eBay. It looks like listing for the same camera on Amazon still has the higher price. So in addition to the lower price, the listing says that this is also supposed to have improved connection and improved audio. Audio really was the big complaint that people had in the listing. So we'll see if it has better audio than a camera that I haven't actually installed and have anything to compare it to. Quick installation guide. Looks like it looks like there's someone somewhere who doesn't understand brackets. So there's a how to put the camera on a bracket diagram. That's cool. The manual is very minimalistic. There's 3 steps and they all involve installing the app, and I guess there's going to be more instructions on the app. Camera. Bracket. Looks like mounting hardware and power adapter. Yeah, okay, I can see how people would be confused about this. Okay. This comes off. This goes in over this guy, and this sits on here. And then you tighten this part. Okay. That makes sense, but I can also kind of see how someone might try and keep the fitting on before you put the bracket on the camera, whatever. So, alright. I'm gonna plug this in. I plugged it in. Alright. This goes into the only place in the camera where it fits. And I also followed along with the quick guide, and I downloaded the app called Z-Site on my phone. Z-Site. Log in. I already created an account. That is one thing with this that I learned from my NVR on Z-Site. You need...
Ready for Smartlink.
Oh, okay. That's new. That was the camera. The camera talked at me. It said ready for Smartlink. But like I was saying about Z-Site, you do need to use a valid email account. It'll work if you use a fake email account, but if you need to reset your password or something, it won't work because it's an invalid email account. So I recommend a valid email account, and I haven't gotten any spam yet, which is actually surprising. Okay, so I'm logged into Z-Site. This is kind of the home page in Z-Site. So I click on the plus sign to add a device. The camera said ready for Smartlink. This is a Smartlink camera, so I'm going to tap the Smartlink button icon. On the camera, I already did that. Making sure my phone is connected to Wi-Fi, to Wi-Fi. Okay, my phone is on my home Wi-Fi. Power on the camera, plug in the cable, only set up one camera at a time. That makes sense. I can see how they maybe interfere with each other if you try to hook up more than one at the same time. The LED is blinking green. When the LED is blinking green, hit next. Next. Wants me to enter the Wi-Fi information. It does not like being connected to a 5 GHz Wi-Fi. It wants me to switch to a 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi. That's kind of lame, but I'm going to do that. I have a dual band router, and I'm currently on the 5 GHz part of that. I'm just going to switch over to my 2.4 GHz network. Okay, so switched over. Let's see if this works. Hit back and hit next. Okay, now it's happy, and I input the Wi-Fi password. entered the Wi-Fi password, hit next. Configuring device to Wi-Fi. This may take a moment. The camera's green light is still blinking.
Connecting to Wi-Fi.
Sweet. Okay, now the camera is blinking blue instead of green. I guess that means it's connecting to Wi-Fi. Now
Successfully connected.
Thanks. Alright, now the camera light is solid blue. My Z-Side app is still thinking. So we're going to wait for the Z-Side app. There we go. Congratulations, your device has been added. Please name your device and set its time zone. It says the device ID. Name the device, but it doesn't matter. Suzuki. It's going to be named Suzuki. Done. Finish. And Z-Side's thinking. Camera light is still blue. Add device successfully. And now it's showing up in my device list in Z-Site, which is what it's supposed to do. So when I tap on it, it should show me the, oh, hey, sweet, there we go. That's kind of cool. You can see myself. Alright, let's see what else. Well, this should have, when we did this, it should have connected to the peer-to-peer server. That's the whole like easy connecty gimmick with this thing, is that you can connect it remotely without having to change any settings in your router. An older camera like this, you would need to log into your router and input ports to forward so that you can not only view your camera from your house, but you can also view it from like Starbucks. So if I turn off Wi-Fi so that my phone is connected on 3G, and I go back, Z-Side is confused because I changed my network. That's to be expected. I'm going to open this back up. It still works. Alright, so that's all it took to get it connected through the World Wide Web, is to add it like that. I am showing in the lower right hand corner, when I had it connected through my home router, I had the option to tap on this LD and change it from low definition to high definition. Now that I'm connected over 4G, I no longer have that option, probably because the network is slower. Maybe the camera doesn't like high definition when it is over 4G connection, because that's going to be considerably slower than Wi-Fi internet. Now we're going to see how good the audio is. Okay, for this part of the video, I'm going to take a look at the audio, the two-way audio on this camera, and the little micro SD card local storage option. This camera did not come with a micro SD card, but I had one, so I'm going to put it in there. The only place that it fits is the place that it goes. Now, I'll open Z-Site back up on my phone. I'm going to connect back to Wi-Fi so that it connects faster to the camera. If you're changing settings on the camera, you're going to want to be connected to your same Wi-Fi. Sometimes it'll work when you're not connected to the same Wi-Fi on your phone that your camera is connected to, but it's a good idea to, no alerts, I already knew that, to just be on the same Wi-Fi as the camera. Back. Okay, so to actually change settings, I need to open it. Okay. SD card configure. Okay, just to be safe, I want to format it. I can format it from Z-Site, just to be certain that the SD card will record to the camera. And that's one thing with this camera, you can't really set the recording to anything complicated. If there is a formatted SD card in the camera, it will record all the time, regardless of whether it's connected to the internet or not. If the camera is just on and not even connected to a Wi-Fi, it's going to record whatever it's aimed at to the micro SD card. So the format is done, it should be recording. So in a moment I'll go back and see if I can play back video footage from when I first put in the SD card. So on here I have the option to turn on or turn off the microphone. That's cool. I'm going to turn on push alerts. Alright, so successfully. Device update. If there was a newer update, a newer software for this camera, it would show me a button right here. My version is 7.22.0.10 and I can't interact with it, so that means that it already has the newest version. If it did have a newer version and I had the option to update, again, it is a good idea to do that while the camera and your phone are on the same network. Alright, I'll go back here. By default, this little microphone looking thing is X'd out. I can... Uh-oh. That's a bad idea when I'm in the same room. So what I'm going to do is start playing music right next to the camera, and I'm going to walk away, and I'm going to see if I can still hear it on my phone. Okay. Now I'm going to walk away from here. You can still kind of hear the music going in the other room. But alright, let's go downstairs. Hi, Penny. It's okay, Penny. A little bit of choppiness there. Alright, I'm going to turn off Wi-Fi and see how this handles it from 4G. Okay, now let's open the camera back up. Alright, here we go. And unmute. That's pretty impressive. Audio is not being choppy. Penny, do you like Mom? Let's try the push to talk. Even though there's no one there to hear me. Hold talk. Okay, so that pauses it on my end. Okay, that's kind of cool. Now I'm gonna leave this camera here. I'm gonna leave all the cameras in the same room up here, and I'm gonna use the two-way talk function. I'm gonna put the cameras a little bit closer to each other just in case the camera speaker is quiet. So I'm gonna go downstairs and try that. Okay, we're back. It started to feedback right when I got up close to it because I had the audio on my phone. Now, I'm going to, I don't know if enough time has passed to where I can actually play back footage from the SD card, but I'm going to switch back over to Wi-Fi. Right now I want to point out that when I open the camera right now, I can see the icon that I would press if I wanted to play back video, but it's grayed out because basically 4G is too slow to use that function. I need to either be right on the same Wi-Fi as the camera, or I need to be on super amazing fast internet. So I'm going to re-enable Wi-Fi on my phone so that the connection is stable enough to use the playback feature. Let me see. maybe it's confused because it's still showing the slow signal and it shouldn't be. I'm going to force close the app and reopen ZSite, see if that solves the problem. Oh, it looks like I even have a little push alert. Yep, it sent me a little push alert because something moved in front of the camera. I am the thing that moved in front of the camera, but it's nice that it reminded me of that. It has the date, March 30th, 7 p.m. Yeah. Alright. Let's open this. Okay, now it's not confused anymore. I see the option to switch from LD low definition to HD high definition. Yep. Okay, now I'm going to tap on the little video playback icon. Suzuki channel. Now I select which day that I want to choose to playback video. The only day that I have video recorded is this day, so I click OK. Oh, hey, it worked. It's playing back video from the SD card. It's playing it back kind of wonky. It's kind of choppy. It's playing it back though. I muted it. It looks like the choppiness is because the camera is very confused what it's supposed to do when the lamp is aimed directly at the camera. So I think under normal circumstances it wouldn't do that, because under normal circumstances you wouldn't have a lamp pointed a foot away from the camera.